Do stiffer penalties deter attacks like this? The government says yes, and today introduced new crime legislation aimed at proving it. The bill targets gang-related killings, and while everyone agrees tougher laws are needed, some question whether this strategy would go far enough. Eric Rankin reports.
Harper, go home!
Waiting to send a message of their own to the Prime Minister, pro-pot protesters voiced their solution to BC's gang wars. Legalize marijuana, take profits from the pockets of drug-dealing gangsters.
Stop the gang violence and prohibition!
Thanks for coming and see you.
Inside, Stephen Harper was hearing other solutions from BC's top cops and the families of innocent victims who want a crackdown on gang-related crime.
There are no things that more negatively impact families than when they are victims of violent crime.
The meeting turned private, but earlier in the day, Harper said he would take on the gang problem, claiming his minority government has been hamstrung by the opposition.
The truth of the matter is those who say that tougher penalties on perpetrators will not work don't want them to work.
Gangs have been a growing problem across the country, not just in Vancouver, which has seen a dozen shootings in the past month alone. From Winnipeg to Toronto and to Halifax, where a gang member was buried today, gang violence is on the rise. Under the government's proposed legislation, gang-related homicides would carry an automatic first-degree murder charge. Drive-by shootings would fetch a minimum 4-year prison term. And there would be new offences for assaulting a police officer, each with a 14-year sentence.
We are sending a very clear message. We will not tolerate such violent criminal activity that attempts to flourish at the expense of law-abiding Canadians.
Opposition parties say they not only support the changes, they'd like the government to go further.
We need prevention, we need policing, and we need punitive actions. And this bill alone doesn't go far enough.
We need to do more crime prevention, more programs for youth, more recreational activities in after hours. The government has absolutely fallen down in that area.
The Prime Minister's visit and his new legislation are just part of a 1-2 punch. Tomorrow, Harper says his government will bring in tough new drug laws to go with the anti-gang legislation. Eric Rankin, CBC News, Vancouver.